Preview.
Yes, my people, it's the Mandem again, we're back. Today, I've got my good friend C here today to ask me some questions about MMA, because I thought a little bit, you know, like, I do this sport and stuff like that, people see the sport, they don't really know about it, so I thought, let me get someone that's in the sport industry but doesn't really know about MMA and see what they can ask me and what I can teach them about the sport and what I do. So that's what she's gonna do for us today. She's gonna ask questions.
I'm gonna ask you questions. I'm gonna interview you.
Okay, yeah.
So anyway, nice to meet you guys. I'm Kira. I'm a personal trainer. I've come and trained with Alex many times, but today is just based on finding out a bit more about MMA and whether it's something that I can start doing with Alex. So tell us a bit about MMA. What does it stand for? What does it mean?
So MMA, it's mixed martial art. So it's a mix of all the martial arts. So boxing, you got scared now. Kickboxing, yeah. Wrestling, grappling. Obviously we got to stay fit and healthy, cardio wise. So strength and conditioning and strength and conditioning and physical conditioning.
But it's also known as, is it not also known as cage fighting? Similar?
Yeah, it's the same thing, but we hate that word.
Okay.
Because cage fighting is more like an animal kind of way of calling our sport.
Okay.
I class myself as a professional. Like what I do, I don't think it's different than a football player. It's the same thing. We sign contracts, we have sponsors, we train every day, we have to eat in a certain way. It's exactly the same as any other professional sports. But the only difference is we use our hands, knees, feet, everything, all our limbs to compete against our opponents.
Okay.
So it's a little bit violent for some people. But there's rules.
There's rules?
Yeah.
Come on, give us a few of them. So
first rule is no elbows coming down. So what do you call it? 6 to 12 elbows. So downward. So for example, down, lean forward. So if you're down here, I'm not allowed to do that or do that on the back.
Oh, right.
So that's something that, you know, we're not allowed. That's one of them. Anything behind the head. So that way, that's it. So anything behind the head, anything here, anything there, we're not allowed to hit. Once we're on the floor, so when we're on the floor, we're not allowed to kick our opponent if they are grounded. We call it grounded. So grounded is when they have 4 limbs on the floor. So hands and have both knees or flat on your
So these are some things that I'm going to learn. Obviously, if I start training with you over time.
Well, you're going to learn straight away, because obviously you're not going to be able to do that. So you're going to learn straight away what you're allowed to do. You know?
So how long have you been doing this professionally?
So professionally, I've been a professional for nearly six years now. I think 6 or 5 years. I'm not sure, but I think around that time.
And how long were you training before that?
What, before being a professional?
Yeah.
Before being
were you just doing it as like an interest, as like a hobby?
Yeah, at first I was just doing it as a hobby. I was just doing it as a hobby, just to learn new skills. Sorry, my French. It's alright. I was just doing it as a hobby, and after that I just fell in love with the sport, and then I just turned pro, and then that's it. I'm here now, still fighting, still competing, still, and obviously I want to share the knowledge. Share the knowledge to the upcoming generation, to the new fighters and stuff like that. That's what I want to do. And
so in terms of me being a female, what's the kind of like ratio of like males to females in this sport? Is it something that I could get into easily?
Yeah, you could easily get into it, but the hardest thing for the female, I'll say is finding opponents and stuff like that. But when it comes to training, females are welcome in all the gyms everywhere when it comes to MMA. It's just the problem that the female have, for me, from what I've seen, is finding the opponent and the competition. So mostly, you'll be mostly training with men if you're going to do MMA. It's going to be difficult for you to find a place where there's more females than men in the gym.
Okay. So obviously the main reason that I would like to learn this type of skill set is for self-defense. Is this obviously, this is like one of the main sports for self-defense? This is like a recommended sport to be able to defend myself, to learn so I can defend myself?
I'll agree to that. Yeah. I'll say MMA is a good sport for self-defense because it involves the floor, and not many other sports involve everything including the floor. So you can do grappling, so on the floor, just on the floor, and you know, it's not the same. You're not going to learn how to punch, you know, and how to move. But with MMA, you learn the whole thing. So you learn how to keep your distance. You will learn how to fight close range. You will learn how to move your opponent or move a person however you want it. And you'll learn how to fight while you're on the floor. So learn how to get back up if someone's on top of you, reverse them if they're on top of you, or just basically staying safe and not get hurt while you're on the floor.
Okay, so obviously you must wear things in the cage to protect you. What kind of things do you wear? What's your equipment? Yeah.
Let's go inside, I'll show you. Alright then, we're inside now. So I'm going to show you a few of the stuff that we need, well you need, or everyone needs to train in MMA and also to compete. So first of all, when you're training, you want to protect your teeth. So gum shield. I like to use a professional gum shield made by a dentist and stuff like that. I'm not going to let you touch it because it goes into my mouth, but as you can see, my one is quite wide and I've got it customized as well. So yeah, that's one thing. Put it in your mouth. The difference between the mouth guard from the dentist and the mouth guard from the corner shop is that they fit it to your teeth. So for example, I'm going to put the mouth piece in and you're going to see how tight it is in my mouth. Oh, here. Yeah. Proper hard.
So that's unique to you, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to try to look it out?
It's not budging.
Oh yeah. See? It's proper hard to take out. That's the difference between a gum shield made by the dentist for your teeth and the normal ones that you buy in the shop. That's one thing. Then obviously you've got the shorts. When you're competing, you've got 3 different types. That's one of the shorts that I was wearing. If you go on YouTube and watch some of my fight, you'll see me wearing these shorts. So that's one of them. Then we've got the legging Valetudo style, which is a little bit shorter and tight. And then you've got the long Valetudo style, where it's a little bit longer, just above the knees, for competition. But another important thing as well is to protect your your middle bit. Yeah. So you've got two different type of protection. We call them cups. So there's one here, and there's another one. This one is more like the boxers use it more. This one is for us MMA guys. We like to use this one because we can fit them into our leggings and shorts, so it's comfortable. So like
it stays in place quite well.
Yeah, it stays in place. You can put it inside like the thing, and then just have the whole shorts like literally underneath your shorts. So that's a good one.
And for a woman as well, you know, what would she wear? Should she wear anything similar to that?
I don't think women wear anything like that, but they could. I think. I know they wear the chest protection. They've got the chest cups as well, but the back down there, I don't know.
You know.
This is the men. You can try that one. Try that one.
Let's try it on?
Yeah, let's see if it works for the female.
Quite comfortable actually.
Yeah? Can you throw a kick? Alright, cool. So yeah, so regarding equipment, regarding clothing during competition, those are the ones. Then that top that I'm wearing right now, that's a training top. You can wear it for training. And then for training, we also got we also wear leggings. You can wear leggings because obviously we grapple. So yeah, we don't get our skin like all scraped up when we grappling on the floor. And then obviously you got the long arm swing, the long. I've got one here. There you go. So you got the long kind of leg in the top. It's a funny material. It's like yeah, it's the same as the legging, but it's
like a dry fit, no?
That's it, yeah. And we just wear that to train. Obviously when we do the grappling and that, we don't want our elbows and everything, and obviously sharing the sweat and stuff like that. So yeah.
What about
gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's two types of gloves. There's fighting gloves. Well, there's loads of different types of gloves. There's fighting gloves right there. So they're the ones that you see in the UFC, in any professional organization. They'll be fighting with those gloves here. So here, I'll let you hold them. And then there's another type of glove, which are amateur gloves. So I'm going to get now. There you go. So amateur gloves are a little bit more. Amateur gloves are a little bit more thicker, just to protect the face a little bit more, and to keep the damage a bit lower. You know. So yeah, this is a amateur glove. We also use them for sparring. So when we want to do MMA sparring, for example, we put the bigger gloves on so we don't damage each other, you know, while training.
Yeah, these are also a lot softer.
Yeah.
More cushioned.
More cushioned, exactly. So yeah, that's it really. Regarding the sports, there will be boxing, kickboxing, wrestling and grappling. And then obviously the strength and conditioning stuff and all the cardio stuff, cardiovascular stuff. Yeah, man. Good.
Can't wait to get started.
Yeah?
Next
We can start soon. Like, comment and subscribe. And if you've got any questions, drop them below.
Seberu titul v 84, pojdu si pro titul v 93 a to je můj plán.
30.12. titulový zápas, v jaké váze a s kým?
Mně je to jedno, já nejsem myšlená hvězdička, já si nevybírám. Dejte mi koho chceš, I don't care.
Hey, Carl, I am Alex Lohoré, aka the Killer Kid. 5 world titles. Where I'm from, after we fight, we shake hands. I'm going to teach you that on December 30th. Trust me, expect violence at highest level.